Hey, it's day 12 of the Love at Last Sight Challenge, and we're in week 2, which is the art of acting intentionally. And this is so important because today, Chris, we're talking about crowded. And our lives tend to get really overcrowded. And one of the important things to do is get intentional about cutting out some things.
That's right. A lot of times we have good things in our lives are full of good things, but to the extent that we never do the best things. And as we've been looking at in these last several days, the best things are always your relationships with the people that you love the most. And so you're going to have to cut out some stuff in your life. It may not be bad stuff, but some stuff that just sucks your time and your energy and your attention away from the people that you love the most. One of the first and easiest ways to do this is to look at where you spend time in technology. That means either surfing the web. I'm not talking about school or work-related things you have to do on a computer, but just surfing the web, watching TV, and just surfing through the channels, and all the things that we do that suck away our time and take it away from relationships. Your TV and your computer are never going to love you back. So start there and look for some things that you need to take away. Also, sometimes we have a lot of acquaintances that we spend a little bit of time on, and we just spend that same little bit of time on the people we love the most. You may actually have to cut out some acquaintances in your life, not spend as much time with them to be able to create time for the people that you love.
Yeah, and I think that, in our 1 Month to Live book, it really helped us get intentional when we said, what if this was our last month on earth? If we had 1 month to live, what would we do? And we realized there'd be a lot of things that we were doing right then that we would cut out. And we got pretty drastic about it. And I would say you need to have your to-do list, but you also need to have your never-do list. Some things you should never be doing. And I don't know what that is for you, but I can tell you this. The regrets that people have at the end of their life are always about relationships. And so I really encourage you to pray about it today and say, Lord, show me some things that I need to cut out of my life. One of the things that helped us was the 80-20 principle. Richard Koch wrote a book called the 80-20 principle, and he says that 20% of what we do produces 80% of the happiness in our life. 20% of what we do produces about 80% of the results in our life. And so 80% of what we do really is kind of wasted. And so I really encourage you to find out what that 20% is that really produces more of the happiness and increase it to 40% or 50%. And think about what is that area of my life that I'm most effective in, and then cut out some other things. What you cut out of your life is even more important than what you add in so many times.
And if you feel like you just don't have enough hours in the day or enough days in the month to get everything done you need space created, and God has a way for you to do that, and it's cutting out the things that you don't need and focusing on the things that you do. So we encourage you, be ruthless. Don't ease into this gently. You need to cut out some big chunks of wasted time in your life, and you will not believe the richness that shows up in your relationships as a result. So we're looking forward to hearing from you and finding out what those stories are.
Yeah, definitely. I hope you will. As you're online, I hope you'll just type in a little note to us and let us know how it's going. And I also want to say this. The scripture says reverence for God adds hours to each day. So when you put God first, give him the first 10, 15 minutes of your day, he expands the day and helps you get done everything you need to get done. Whatever area you want God to bless you in, put him first in that area. And so I really encourage you, if you want God to bless your time, put him first in your time. And we always call it putting the big rocks in first. Put in the big priorities. God, your family, your close friends, put them on the calendar before anything else. And God will bless you for that. Hey, we'll see you tomorrow.